Hey everyone, it's Janet here. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hey, today's message is about being overwhelmed. I've talked to a lot of you in the past few weeks, and many of you have told me that you're overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with email, overwhelmed with the number of things you have to get done as a woman in business. And it got me thinking, are you really overwhelmed with the email or the list of things you have to do? Or is the real issue you just don't know which one to do first? I know that was my case, more than a year ago, when I had so many things to do, and I couldn't figure out how to get them all done. And I wasn't even always sure which one to do first. And yet as I analyzed what was on that list, I could put it into different buckets. Was this something that a customer needed right away, an existing customer? Was it something that was an idea for the future? Or was it something that made me money? Or grew my business? And based on which bucket it went into, I prioritized it. And instead of having a list 1,000 miles long, I decided every single morning I picked 2 or 3 things, and that's it, 2 or 3 things, that I do first every single day. And until those 2 or 3 things are done, I don't do anything else. Nothing. Nope. I try not even to answer the phone until those 2 or 3 things are done. And there's a reason why I do that. One of the things is I'm a list person. Many of you are too. I like to check things off the list and say, I feel good that I got that done. The other piece of it is I start to whittle away at this list and I work on the most important things. I can get distracted by all sorts of shiny objects, folks. My head never stops. I'm always thinking of the next greatest and latest thing. But I've learned I have to write those things down, so I record them somewhere, so I'm not worried about forgetting them. But that's on a later page. So in my notebook, I have a today page, and that's new every single day. And then in another section of my notebook, I have a list of a later page, or later things rather. And can you see when it's not right in front of you? It's recorded so you don't have to worry about it. But it's not right in front of you that you get overwhelmed like, oh man, I have 86 things to do. No, you don't. You have 2 or 3 of the most important things you need to do for your business. The same is true with email. Here's a little tip that I use. And it's a little tip that I got from someone that I worked for in corporate America many moons ago. And it was the concept of one and done. And what this woman had told me on one and done was we were providing service, customer service, call center support for one of our clients. And she wanted to one and done phone calls. She wanted to make sure that any person that called in with a question to us got that question answered in one phone call. There's 2 things that happen with that. You have a highly satisfied customer. You also save time and money for yourself because you're more efficient. And that's how I approach email. I look at email in one and done. If I touch it, I have to deal with it. And whether that be return the email, file it, or delete it. Those are the things I do every single day. So think about it. I only touch the email that I can deal with. And I get sometimes 1,000 emails a day. It's not always easy. But if you don't have time to deal with the email, you don't have time to read it. You're better off reading 10 emails and dealing with them than reading 45 of them barely and leaving them to have to go read them again. You're doubling your work. Okay, that's today's tip. 2 or 3 things on a today list. And then make sure on your email, if you're going to look at it, make sure that you can do something with every email you read. Have a great day. Bye-bye.